Georgia passed laws in restricting American whites to live on Cherokee land without a state license. Samuel Worcester was a missionary and postmaster to Neuark, the Cherokee capital. Samuel Worcester was arrested in Georgia for opposing his removal from Cherokee land. Technically, the arrest of Worcester was illegal because he was a postmaster. However, the governor of Georgia got a withdrawal of Worcester's postmaster appointment to make him subject to arrest.
On this day, Monday, February the 20th, 1832, we have this case, Worcester versus Georgia. I am John Marshall, the Supreme Court Chief Justice. The plaintiff, Georgia, is suing the defendant, Samuel Worcester, for remaining in the Cherokee Territory without a license and resisting removal from the territory. Let us hear the plaintiff's argument.
The plaintiff, Georgia, said that Samuel Worcester residing in the Cherokee Nation without a license from Georgia is against the law. Worcester continued to live inside Cherokee Territory in full knowledge of his illegality and wrongdoing. He was henceforth stripped of his duties and legally arrested in Georgia for refusing to leave the Cherokee Nation or seek to obtain a license from Georgia.
In other words, Worcester can't live in the Cherokee Nation without Georgia's consent. He lived there even though he knew it was illegal and wrong. He was arrested for resisting to abide by the laws. Now let us hear from the defendant.
The defendant, Worcester, said that the state of Georgia has no legal authority to pass laws regulating activities within the boundaries of the Cherokee Nations, a nation recognized through treaties with the U.S.
In other words, Georgia shouldn't control activities in the Cherokee Nation because it's unconstitutional and also because the Cherokees have established treaties with the U.S. already. I, John Marshall, decide that Worcester's conviction is void because the Cherokee Nation is a distinct community in which the laws of Georgia have no force.
In other words, Worcester's argument is valid because the Cherokee Nation is separate from Georgia, therefore Georgia cannot enforce laws within Cherokee Territory.
Worcester versus Georgia established the doctrine that the national government of the U.S., and not individual states, had authority in Indian affairs. This case also recognized the independence of the Indian tribes in North America. The Indian Removal of 1830 Act was a direct correlation of Worcester versus Georgia. President Jackson hoped to resolve Georgia's Indian problem. Worcester versus Georgia eventually made it okay for the government to declare that Indians could not own their own land, and events like the Trail of Tears happened.